Okay. One of the things that people often do when they have an illness is talk about it all the time. That's because they're thinking about it all the time. So they're just verbalizing their thoughts. If you're feeling a little unwell, don't talk about it unless you want more of it. Disease is held in the body by thought, by observation of the illness, and by the attention given to the illness. One woman who wrote in to us said her allergies were so bad that she always seemed to be suffering from a cough or cold brought on by the sudden change in the weather, dust in the air, or even fragrances. And whenever she felt one of these allergy attacks coming on, she would automatically discuss it with her family and friends. Eventually, she came to realize it was this negative energy created by talking about her issue that held a condition of allergies to her and caused her suffering. She immediately stopped discussing her health problems with friends and family, and before long, she managed to rid herself of all the symptoms. Let's be grateful for feeling healthy and well. If you're feeling a little unwell, accept that your thoughts and words were responsible and repeat as often as you can. I feel wonderful. I feel so good and really feel it. If you are not feeling great and somebody asks you, how are you feeling? Just be grateful that that person has reminded you to think thoughts of well, of feeling well. Speak only the words of what you want. Talking about a virus that's going around, fatigue, aches and pains, symptoms of the flu, or a diagnosis that you've just received from your doctor is talking about what you don't want. Every time you get caught up in talking about what you don't want, you bring more struggle and difficulty to your life. When you talk about any difficulties with your health, you are not talking about what you want. Talk about how good it is to be full of health. Talk about the energy you have and all you plan to do with it. Talk about the things you're grateful for concerning your body and your health. You have to talk about what you want to bring to you. In conversations and in your thoughts, say, imagine if, and then fill in the rest of the sentence with what you want. Imagine if I had the energy I had when I was 20 again. Imagine if I woke up each day excited to get out of bed. If you're talking to a friend and they're complaining about your health, help them by saying, imagine if you were 100% recovered. Imagine how you would feel. Because the truth is, the possibility of your friend being perfectly healthy already exists. And if they can imagine and feel it, they can receive it. However, if you cannot turn the conversation in a positive direction, then simply excuse yourself and be on your way. As you walk away, give your powerful thoughts and feelings to seeing your friend well, and then let it go. Affirmations for perfect health. When it comes to your own life, however, you can change anything because you have an unlimited ability to think and talk about what you want. Therefore, you have an unlimited ability to bring everything good in life to you, including perfect health. One of the fastest and most direct ways to do this is through affirmation. An affirmation is like a personal mission statement that you say to yourself over and over again until it sinks into your subconscious as a belief. Remember, the subconscious mind governs all aspects of your body and your health. Therefore, when a health affirmation turns into a subconscious belief, it becomes a command from your subconscious mind to all of your cells and organs to stimulate healing. There was a woman who described herself as negative and depressed. She was overweight and hated her body, and she believed that whenever she experienced good times, there were bad times sure to come. In this light, she went to a gynecologist appointment where she received some distressing news. Her cells were abnormal, and she was just one step away from cervical cancer. They told her she would need urgent surgery to remove these abnormal cells. In the meantime, she had the decision to regain control of her life. She quit smoking and went to a personal trainer to get fit and lose a few pounds. But most importantly, day and night, she would say to herself, I am healthy, I feel healthy. Within a couple of days of telling herself, I am healthy, I feel healthy, she actually started to believe it. From that point on, she just knew she would be okay. On the day of surgery, a miracle happened. A new biopsy of the affected cells revealed absolutely no signs of abnormality or cancer. This was in stark contrast to the two previous biopsies. Her doctor said that in 45 years of practice in medicine, he had never seen anything like it. He said it was as if her cells had healed themselves. But of course, that's exactly what had happened. Her powerful affirmation, I am healthy, I feel healthy, acted as a command to her body to heal itself. Let's be grateful for all of our healthy cells. The power of I am. This simple affirmation, I am healthy, reveals the great secret to affirmations in the first two words, I am. When you say I am, the words that follow are summoning creation with a mighty force because you are declaring it to be fact. You are stating it with certainty. And so immediately after you say, I am tired, or I am sick, or I am hurting, or I am overweight, or I am old, Jeannie says, your wish is my command. Knowing this, wouldn't it be a good idea to begin to use the two most powerful words, I am, to your advantage? How about I am happy, I am healthy, I am strong, I am youthful, I am filled with energy every single day. In this book, The Master Key System, Charles Haanel claims that there is an affirmation that incorporates every single thing any human being can want. And that this affirmation will bring about harmonious conditions to all things, he adds. The reason for this is because the affirmation is in strict accordance with the truth. And when truth appears, every form of error or discord must necessarily disappear. The affirmation is this: I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Try using this affirmation every day. I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Of course, the effective use of affirmations depends entirely on how much you believe them. When you say them, if there is no belief, then the affirmation is just words that have no power. If you find you having trouble believing, constant repetition of your affirmations will help to build your belief. And when you finally believe what you say, you just created it, no matter what it is. If you are currently dealing with a health issue, whenever you remember, at any time of the day, say, I am well. Say it hundreds of times a day if you like. Say it often, but say it very, very slowly, giving equal emphasis to each word. I am well. Feel the meaning of the words as you slowly say them and experience as much of a feeling of wellness within you as you can. Excuse me. Build on that feeling every single day. You will get better and better at it. Feel that wellness inside of you more than you react to outside circumstances, and you will change the outside circumstances. A school teacher applied this practice to overcome depression, something he had experienced a number of times over many years. When the latest episode struck, he fell to a new low. But rather than continue to suffer, he would repeat to himself over and over the affirmative statement, I am healing. He followed this up with the more specific affirmation, I will find the right therapist. And I will heal. These two simple affirmations proved to be a success. He found the right doctor and set himself on the path to good mental health. A young woman shared a similar experience. She suffered from chronic depression and anxiety disorder and had been taking antidepressants medication for 5 years. Every time she attempted to wean herself off the drugs, she would get severe heart palpitations, and the fear and anxiety would see her straight back on the medication. So she turned to affirmations. Inspired by a story she read on the Secret website, she affirmed, my body and my nervous can produce all the chemicals. Oh no, my body and my neurons can produce all the chemicals and neuron transmitters to heal myself. She followed this up by saying, thank you for my healing. She repeated these two affirmations all day long. So desperate was she to heal herself, she slept well that night and awoke the next morning deciding not to medicate. There were no palpitations and no negative thoughts all through the next day. Months later, she is free of all symptoms of depression and anxiety, and she experienced no withdrawal symptoms as a result of going off her medication. Best of all, she is happy for the first time in years, and it is all thanks to positive thoughts and affirmations. Let's all of us give thanks for our mental health. While it may seem incredible that something like chronic depression could be cured overnight, know that the body is fully capable of producing all of the neurochemicals, proteins, antigens, and immune cells necessary to balance and overcome any condition, including mental illness. Just remember that any decision to stop or adjust medication should be made in consultation with a medical professional. A powerful autosuggestion. In the 1900s, Emile Coué, a French psychologist and pharmacist, was a pioneer in the work of using positive thoughts to aid in healing. Part of his successful healing methods involved the simple daily application by his patients of this conscious autosuggestion. Every day, in every way, I'm getting better and better. This is not only a powerful statement for health, as you can see by the words, it is a powerful statement for all areas of our life. When using this affirmation, say it very slowly and with the full conviction of the meaning of the words. It is the energy we put into the words that make these powerful, make them powerful. Your job is to imagine perfect health and then repeat that thought over and over in your mind until it becomes a belief. The universe will then take up your cause, inspiring people, circumstances, and events to come together to make you well. This is what occurred to a young woman who was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, an autoimmune disorder that affects the brain and spinal cord. There is no known cause for MS, and there is no known cure. The prognosis of the disease varies, but for this woman, it was particularly aggressive. Just 18 months after her first diagnosis, she was already becoming disabled on one side of her body. That's when she put her powerful affirmation to work. If anyone asked, she would tell them, I'm perfectly healthy. Even if they didn't ask, she would still tell them, I am perfectly healthy. And she did everything she could to help her believe her affirmation, including visualization and prayer. 2 months later, she attended a seminar on multiple sclerosis, hoping to pick up some useful yoga tips. She was initially disheartened to see most of the other people in attendance in wheelchairs. Nevertheless, she met a guest speaker who lectured on the latest developments in stem cell transplants. It turned out that at her stage of the disease, this treatment could stop the progression of MS. This meant that she would not suffer any further side effects, and it would, in effect, be a cure. The only problem now was that this treatment was unavailable in her country. She would have to travel overseas. It was prohibitively expensive. And there was a 2 to 3 year waiting list. Undeterred, she went back to her affirmative thoughts of perfect health and visualized her healthy body. She also thanked the universe for receiving her stem cell treatment from the best doctor in the best hospital at an affordable price. For a few months later, she was delighted to learn that the treatment was about to be made available in her country at a heavily subsidized price. Better still, she was to be the very first patient. The treatment was such an unprecedented success, and the side effects so minimal that she was discharged from the hospital a whole week ahead of schedule. She has since become an advocate for stem cell transplants, offering counseling to MS patients all around the world. There can be no disputing that this woman benefited tremendously from access to cutting edge medical treatment. However, it is also true that she attracted this procedure and this life saving opportunity through the power of her thoughts and words. Let's give thanks for great advances in medical science. Let's pause for just a minute and I'll get right back to reading. Oh, wait a minute. I had an unexpected emergency. Okay. Let's give thanks for great advances in medical science. You have the power to create anything you want because you are much more than a human being. You are an infinite being. Perfect health is who you are, and it is fully available to your body now. You don't actually have to create it because it's penetrating every cell of your body constantly. You just have to stop doing what you're doing. That's preventing health from manifested in your body now. Under no circumstances, entertain thoughts of illness, and under every circumstance, focus on thoughts of health and well being. To conclude this lesson, I would like to share with you a list of my favorite health affirmations, which I use most days. I recommend that you choose at least 25 of these affirmations to recite to yourself daily. If you're facing a particular situation with your health, when I suggest doing all of them every day, it's what I do. You can also choose the ones that resonate with you and best suit the health you want to manifest. My favorite health affirmations: all is well. I am well. My body is well. Health is all there is. Health is here now. Health is who I am. I am healthy, healthy, healthy. I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Thank you for my body's perfect health. I am fighting fit. I am as fit as a fiddle with energy to spare. I am full of beans. I am as strong as an ox. I am hale and health and hearty. I am in great shape. I am fit and well. I have a clean bill of health. I am a picture of good health. My body is in perfect balance and perfect health. I am thinking positively, which allows full health to flow through my body. My body is 100% perfectly well. My body is in complete harmony. I am manifesting perfect stability in my body. I can see clearly. I can hear clearly. My hearing is perfect. My balance is perfect. My bones are strong. Every morning I am awake. My body is fully rested. Every morning when I wake, my body is fully rested, relaxed, and energized. I am grateful for the ever increasing health of my body. I feel fantastic. I feel amazing. I am well. I am well. I am well. I'm living a long, 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 happy, 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 healthy, healthy life. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for my perfect health and well-being. Okay, we're going to go on to lesson 8. The Nobel Prize winning quantum physicist Richard Feynman once said, "There is nothing in biology yet found that indicates the inevitability of death. This suggests that it is not at all inevitable, that it is only a matter of time before biologists discover what it is that is causing us the trouble." Ancient text says that people once lived for hundreds and hundreds of years. Some lived for 800 years, some lived for 500 or 600 years, but longevity was commonplace. So what's happened? People changed. What? So what happened? People changed what they believed instead of believing in living for hundreds and hundreds of years. People changed their beliefs over generations, and they came to believe in a reduced life expectancy. We have inherited those beliefs of a reduced life expectancy, as well as beliefs about the inevitability of sickness and the body's deteriorating. From the time we are born, the belief of how long we can live and how the body changes through time is sewn into the fabric of our subconscious minds. And from there, we literally program our bodies from an early age to live for a certain amount of time. And our bodies age and deteriorate according to how we program them. If you possibly can, don't put a ceiling on how long you can live. All it will take is one person to break the limits of life expectancy, and that person will change the course of life expectancy for all humanity. One person after another will follow, because when one person lives far beyond the current life expectancy, other people will believe and feel they can do it too, and they will. You are eternal. In truth, there are no limits, and certainly not ones imposed by your health, your body, or even your death. Many human beings have such a fear of death, but the truth is the body may end, but we are eternal life. On a physical level, we are pure energy. What does this mean? Well, when you break it down, everything in the universe is made of energy, including you, starting with your body. You have your limbs and your organs, then your cells, then molecules, and then atoms. And then at the subatomic level, everything becomes energy, and you are made of pure energy. How does all of this make you eternal? For me, the answer to that question is one of the most magnificent parts of the teachings of the Secret. You are energy, and it is known conclusively through science that energy can never be created or destroyed. It can only change form. And that means you, the true essence of you, the pure energy of you, has always been and always will be. You can never not be. On a deep level, you know that you can imagine not being, despite everything you have seen and experienced in your life. Can you imagine not being? Can you not imagine it? Because it is impossible. A human being cannot imagine not existing. We can imagine our body not being alive, but we simply cannot imagine not existing. Why do you think that is? Do you think it's a fluke? It's not. You cannot imagine yourself not existing because it's impossible for you not to exist. If you could imagine it, you could create it. And you can never create it. You have always existed and you will always exist because you are a part of the creation. You are eternal energy. So, what happens when a person dies? The body doesn't go into non existence because there's no such thing. It integrates itself into the elements. And the being that is inside you, the real you, doesn't go into non existence either. The very word being tells you that you will always be. When you die, you don't become a human being. And likewise, before birth, you are not referred to as a human about to be. You are an eternal being having a temporary human experience. If you stop existing, there would be an empty space in the universe, and the whole universe would collapse into that empty space. Another way I like to look at it is that we are intelligent enough to trade in an old car when it is not serving its purpose anymore. We hand over the old car and we take possession of a newer model and continue our journey in our new car. The greater part of you is also intelligent enough to trade in the vehicle of your body when it is not serving its purpose anymore. Update to a newer, better model and continue on your journey in the new vehicle. Human bodies and cars are both vehicles, and you are the eternal driver. You can experience unlimited health and happiness in this body and in this life. But never forget that you are eternal, life expressing itself as you. You are the infinite being. You are all power. You are all wisdom. You are all intelligence. You are perfection. You are magnificence. You are the creator. And you are creating the creation of you on this planet. Okay, so tomorrow we will continue with a summary of the secret to health.